Hey guys, how you going? It's Campbell here from Autodidactic channel, and as always you want to be autodidactic because autodidactic means to be self-educated, and believe me, you want to be self-educated because you do not want to believe what they are trying to teach us. Now this video is on the town of Bath in England. I was actually researching, having a look at Bath houses, and this popped up in front of me, this town called Bath in England, and this is the Cathedral of Bath. Very nice structure, lots of turrets and spires and things, and it's a pretty amazing town. It's got some really cool architecture in it. Obviously all still standing. It's survived the cataclysm somehow. Now this is an image just of, there's lots of tunnels as well. As I'm finding there are everywhere. Um, Tunnels under Bath, and as I'd like to point out again, this curved brick ceiling. I think it's brick, could be stone, but these curved ceilings, we see them everywhere. Here's another shot. You can see they're bricks. Curved brick ceilings. This is the same. It's a restaurant now underneath Bath. Whoa, what's going on? These are just some houses in Bath, and as you can see, these are just classic, the classic sort of architecture we see for the for housing. I'm not sure what they call when they're joined, like townhouses or whatever you call them, where they're all joined together by common walls. It's just a very classic scene all around the world. And this, of course, oops, gone. Sorry, guys. This, of course, is one of the baths in Bath, and of course in Bath they call the baths spas. So as you can see, columns, curved windows, and this is, as you can see, this is the street level up here. So did this used to be on street level, or was it built sunken? Did they dig it out to build it? It seems like a lot of work to just, when you've got to build the pool as well, to dig it down. So yeah. Sorry, my pictures are jumping all over the place. Oh, come on, what are you doing? Okay, here's another shot. This is just, yeah, just just a bit of a, I don't know, a church or some kind of structure in the countryside of Bath. As you can see, the size of that doorway, and the classic sort of turrets and castle look that we see. These windows, sort of half Vesica Pisces windows. So yeah, that's another ruin around Bath. Now this one is pretty cool. This is an underground bath in Bath, and as you can see again, look at all the classic sort of architecture, arches and things. And this one looks like it's actually hewn from maybe from the bedrock. So this looks like it might have been at ground level. It may be at ground level. I'm not really sure. It looks like there's some sun coming through there, but still, I mean, that's pretty cool. This is another shot of that restaurant with the curved brick roof, totally underground, which we see, like I said, it's this kind of stuff, this curved roof and underground sort of tunnels or catacombs or whatever they are. Yeah, they're popping up everywhere that I look under all the cities. This is just another tunnel that's underneath Bath. This one's flowing hot water, and it's like a hot water sort of spring that they go and sit in. But as you can see, it's all man-made, or someone made it. Men, no doubt, maybe bigger men than us, who knows. This is an old tunnel in Bath, and as you can see, that's that classic sort of tunnel shape we see everywhere. And they've built this crappy little piece of crap into it. And this is it. It's got this beautiful architecture. They've come along and put this sign up there and built this little bit of crap with bars on it and put their little bars up the top. And this is what's happening. This is what the people who make the decisions in our world today, this is what they're capable of. Just bars and signs, crap, when this is what we used to be capable of. Building tunnels with entrances like this, curved brick all the way through. This is the cathedral again in Bath. Yeah, look at that. Nice spire here, spires everywhere, like spires just, everywhere. And look at this building next to it. Looks like it should be in Rome. I mean, that's just classic. And this is another thing that I'm looking into, guys, is you'll find that there's certain types of buildings all over the place. There's cathedrals everywhere. We have these kind of um, buildings, with the columns and the porticos everywhere. We have the big domed buildings everywhere. We have the massive long buildings that are used as insane asylums and military barracks and stuff. There's all this different type of architecture. So what I'm thinking is they probably all had different functions. Not sure what they are. Obviously, cathedrals, there's been a lot of work on, were they energy generators, energy, capturers, whatever. But I think there was different uses for all the different types of architecture. Okay, so this is Bath. Look at that. I mean, how many stories high is this? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who knows? It goes into the ground by the looks of it. And then look at this curve. Whoosh. Beautiful curving buildings. They're all exactly the same. It's just, as you can see, it's just everywhere. So that's Bath. I think that's a cathedral there. It's not the best sort of photo, that one. Here's another one. Bit of a different perspective, but we can see the cathedral right here. And again, you see all these houses. It's like one massive structure basically. There's some more here. So it's quite a town. And I mean, this was all said to be built between basically the 1790s, as they all are, 1850s, 60s. And look at the construction and what was done and the materials used and the architecture and the craftsmanship, all built all over the world within a 100-year period, basically. No roads, really, lots of dirt roads, no engines to pull, just horse and cart. Yeah, no machinery really to speak of, but they achieved all this. Here's another one. I mean, just look at this stuff. It's almost like it's a wall, but it's actually houses just built out like this, like these big lines of houses, cathedral. It's just, I mean, look at that. It's just, really, all built within 100 years, guys. As was everything else all over the planet, all over the plane, all over the earth. Okay, here's another shot. This is a bridge, houses across it. As London Bridge used to have, by the way. It used to have shops and houses all across it, but as you can see, this is built up. There's something, I don't know if it's houses, but there's something there. This is street level, and this is obviously, whoops, below street level with all the columns. We've got the dome building here, classic arches, all the stuff. All the stuff. Now this is this is what they call, oh gosh, I've forgotten the name, but I'm going to do a video on it because I've just discovered it. Hang on, no, I've gotten rid of it. Yeah, it's basically, I can't remember the name, but what they're saying is it's part of a heating system. I mean, this, yeah, all below ground, you know, brick arches, stonework, but apparently it's part of, yeah, some heating system. So I'm looking into that, and I'll do a video on it. I've forgotten the name. It's something like no, that's not right. Something cast or coursed or something. Okay, here we have an old picture of Bath. As you can see, you know, these guys are dressed up in, you know, what, definitely 1700s kind of clothes, you know, 18th century, late 18th century maybe, but as you can see, Bath is completely built up. It's on this river. Look at the trees symmetrically lining it. They've got some big thing here, but look at these buildings, you know, it's all there. And as I said, if you look this up, they say it was built between the late 1700s and you know, sort of the mid 1800s. And these guys, obviously, you know, they're at the best, they're late 1700s, and it's completely done. Next photo. Excuse me. Yeah, this is just some construction work that they were doing, and as you can see, this is the street level here, and they've just covered these walls. This looks like a door of some kind. This is Bath in time. So yeah, it looks like that there may have been another level underneath those buildings. Sorry. Okay. Again, another old picture, same kind of thing. Looks like they're cleaning up from something. Rubble everywhere. What this is saying they've demolished the building. As you can see, these stone walls, you know, underground level, and this massive block that they're taking away on their little hand train. So that's, I don't know. That's just strange. You know, apparently demolished this massive building that they had. Why would you do that in the first place? And now they're taken away by hand. So this is Bath, England, guys. This is an old picture. This is I have forgotten. I think it's the library in Bath, but I mean it's from Bath. It's a building, and as you can see, this classic, you know, what we're told is Greco-Roman kind of style architecture. Another old picture from Bath, and you can see this again. People look like they're, you know, late 1700s, very early 1800s, maybe. Classic, you know, Greek porticos with all the artwork on it there and there, pillars, big buildings. This is another old picture. I think we saw this one before, so I'll skip by that one. This is Bath in sort of the early 1900s. As you can see, it's got electric trams, as they all do. It's got these electric street lights with no wires going to it, as they all seem to have. Now this is, we saw a bit of a picture of this before. This is that same bridge, but look at this. These are like stairs or something. And you know, obviously they were calling it some kind of waterfall, but you know, look at the proportion of that arch. With all the other arches you've seen, does it look like it's tall enough? I mean, I'm thinking this was all land and these were actually steps and the water's risen up. Next, another shot. You can see it's a semicircle. Water, they just don't look tall enough. This goes straight into the water. And again, there you go. And I mean, how would they have built that? Sorry, guys, I just had an interruption. Where was I? I was saying, yeah, if this was a river, how would you build this into the river anyway, and why? This is another picture of the what they call Roman built baths, completely below street level, and you can see all these sculptures everywhere. Classic arches, these things, I'm not sure what they're called, but you see them everywhere. All the architecture, but yeah, this is definitely, why would you build, why would you know, dig that out, excavate that to build the building below ground? I don't know. Could be a mud flood, right? Again, here's the same building, lots of arches, and of course, well below ground. I mean, this picture here looks like this. It looks like they've just put this, you know, sort of sill of, concrete or whatever along there to make it look like it's 2 stories, but it doesn't really look like that, does it? It looks like it should be 1 story. I mean, look at that. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what's going on with my photos today. Yeah, but it just doesn't. It looks like it should be 1 story. Now here are the houses of Bath, and again, look at that. I mean, look at that architect. Why would you build it in an arc like that if you didn't have to? It's just more time, more money, more skill, more architecture, and they're just everywhere. These houses.